says, what mine.
Hello, darling. Yes, I've just this second checked in. Same old suite, 648. Everything right at home? Good. Well, yes, I wish you were too, darling, but it's an all-night sitting, so you wouldn't see much of me. Well, you know how David relies on me. Look, it's 8:30, and the debate was just about to get underway. I will. And then you have a nice early night with Christian Grey. Bye, darling. Just see you tomorrow afternoon. Oh, hang on a second. There's somebody at the door. Who is it?
The manager.
Coming. I must go my sleeping. The debate will have started. Sorry. What's that? It was the manager. Mrs. Willie sends her best wishes.
How kind. We reciprocate.
The manager reciprocates. Mrs. Willie says how kind. Look, I must go my sweet kid. You curl up in bed with Mr. Grey. Bye, darling. Sweet dreams.
I trust everything is to your satisfaction, Mr. Will.
Fine, fine.
We've just had this suite redecorated.
Yeah. Labour red. Not exactly the party colours. Well, as long as you don't improve the plumbing, there's the central heating starting up in the morning is far more reliable than your alarm calls. Ah! Thank you. Oh. Go. It's just about due for redecorating, isn't it?
What would you like, Mr. Will?
Not too early after an all-nighter. 9 o'clock will be fine.
I'll arrange for the central heating to be turned on at 9 precisely.
Excellent. I think I've got everything for the debate.
Are you making another one of your blistering ministerial speeches?
Yeah, only if the opposition cuts up rough. You carry on.
Shall I hold the lid for you, Mr. Will?
Oh, no, I always use the stairs. It's good for the figure. Right. All clear, Miss Worthington.
You don't think the manager will be popping in and out all evening, do you?
Of course not. Now, why haven't you changed into your nightie?
I've been too busy listening at the door.
Well, hurry up. Beautiful creature. Would you like me to help you out with your dress?
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
Get out!
Yes, House of Commons. This is Richard Willie here, put me through to my parliamentary private secretary, please. George! Mr. Willie. How's the debate going? Ah. Well, listen, I don't want to be disturbed unless it starts turning into a disaster. George! It's this way. If the Prime Minister says, where's that idiot Richard Willie, then you can contact me. No, I'm not at home, and don't call there, whatever you do. The number here is 0207 555 8000, and it's room 648. No, it's not a hotel. It's the reading rooms of the British Museum. Stop asking questions, George, or my PPS, just do as you're told.
The Chancellor Stecker said today that inflation will drop to below 2% next month.
Bloody liar.
Lily.
So it should, it is naughty. Now, do you mind if I change it to something more comfortable?
I mean, you're a junior minister, and I'm one of the secretaries over there.
Very democratic, though, especially if the Prime Minister is my boss and the Leader of the Opposition is your boss.
My boss would hit the roof if he knew.
My boss would go through it.
I don't make a practice of doing this, Mr. Willie.
Quite right, neither do I.
Come off it, Mr. Willie.
Jane,
You should hear the jokes about me going round the typists.
about me?
About you, Mr. Willie. And with a name like that, some of the jokes are pretty strong, I can tell you.
Disgraceful.
I'm teasing.
How are you?
Don't you like to be teased, Mr. Willie?
Well, it depends what you mean by teased. And I do wish you'd stop calling me Mr. Willie.
I don't want anything else.
Well, under the circumstances, I think you can call me Dickie.
No, I mustn't.
All my friends call me Dickie.
No, not after the jokes I've heard. I'll call you Richard.
Well, coming from you, that sounds beautiful. Now I've laid on some champagne,
Lovely.
some caviar,
Lovely.
and 3 dozen oysters.
Oysters? Aren't they supposed to do something to a chap?
God, I hope so. They're damned expensive. Now, what time did you have to be home in? When was it? At Lewisham?
I don't. I can stay all night.
All night? What have you told your husband then?
That I'm visiting Auntie Rosie in Felixstowe.
Auntie Rosie and Felix.
She's developed severe bronchitis.
Oh, poor Auntie Rosie.
She's not on the phone.
So your husband can't ring up and disturb you. Lovely.
Love and marriage.
Oh, there must be a more suitable song than that.
Shall I open the window? It's a lovely warm
No,
night.
why not? If I remember correctly, there's a beautiful view. These balconies overlook the river. Ah! Breathtaking view, isn't it? Nelson's column one way, Big Ben the other.
Mr. Willie!
I've told you. Dickie.
I think I feel sick.
Can't stand heights, eh?
Oh my God!
Well, 6 floors is pretty high.
Mr. Willie!
Dickie!
Dickie!
Oh, no, put down! Just look up and back and down! I think we can dispense with the background music this one. The window must have come down on his neck.
Oh, Mr. Willie.
I can't feel any pulse.
He's dead, is he?
Well, that's what no pulse usually means.
How long has he been there?
Well, how should I know? The curtains were already closed when I came in. I've been here about 10 minutes.
Is he still warm, Mr. Willie?
Yes, he's still warm, Miss Worthington.
He looks awful.
Of course it does, he's dead.
Oh,
Poor man. He's obviously a burglar.
is he?
He's hardly the waiter delivering oysters, is he? Besides, we're 6 floors up, of course he's a burglar.
How do you want to guess?
Jane, it doesn't matter who he is, he's clearly breaking and entering. He must have somehow got into the balcony. It goes all the way around the hotel. Force the window open and bang!
Must be a dodgy sash or something.
Well, he won't be suing the hotel, that's for sure.
We better ring the police.
Police!
About him.
We can't ring the police.
We must, Mr. Willie.
Jane, I'm supposed to be attending an all-night sitting of the House of Commons. How do we explain what you and I are doing in a suite at the Westminster Hotel?
But he's dead, Mr. Willie.
Well, then the police won't be able to bring him round, will they? God, if the PM find out. One more scandal for the Conservatives and we'll fall below the Liberal Democrats in the opinion polls.
Just discover a dead body and ignore it. Look, if you worry about phoning the police, we'll phone down to the hotel manager.
Well, what's the difference? Look, Jane, I'm thinking of you.
You're thinking about your wife, the Prime Minister, and your career.
Well, those two. Oh, God! I can see the headlines in the Sun now. Junior Minister and Labour Leader Secretary in sex orgy with dead body.
You've got to inform somebody.
You're right. I'll inform George.
Mr. Kingdom,
Yes,
will you be guessed?
whatever I tell him. It's Richard Willie here. Put me through to my PPS. George, get over here right away. Never mind the debate. Just get over here. No, not the British Museum, the Westminster Hotel. Suite 648, and don't tell anyone where you're going. Huh? Bring anything with you? Yes. Your brains, George, your brains! Who is it? I'm sorry. I'm busy.
You ordered champagne, caviar, and oysters.
Yes, I know.
Room service 648.
Go get up the whole hotel here quickly in the bedroom. Quick, please. Coming!
Room service 648.
Coming!
Dear, oh dear.
If this was hot, it'd be cold. Just put it over there. Hey, dude, you've got to sign. It's all right. Oh, it's here somewhere. I've got it somewhere. No. It's here. Oh, get the top. The phone's what? Hello, it's Willie speaking. Oh, and what can I do for the manager of this delightful hotel? Singapore. An intruder on our... No, nothing untoward at all. Must be somebody else's balcony. No, there's no need for you to come out. Our curtains are wide open. I can see there's nobody there. I was just about to leave for the Commons. No, there's no need to put yourself out. It's obviously been a mistake. It's obviously somebody else's balcony. No, please, go away! No, not you. Hello? Hey! No! I'll sign that now. Oh, thank you. God.
What are you doing, Mr. Willie?
The foxtrot! What does it look like I'm doing this monster? Well, at least now we can see how it happened.
You can't move him, Mr. Willie!
Jane! It doesn't matter to our friend here who discovered him, when he's discovered, or where. I'll sort it all out with George as soon as he arrives.
This isn't right, Mr. Willie.
It's not supposed to be right. It's supposed to be expedient. Now you get home to Lewisham as fast. Why haven't you put your dress on?
You got it in here?
I threw your dress into the bedroom.
No, you didn't.
I gave your dress to the waiter.
The waiter!
Who is it?
The manager.
Coming!
But what about the dress?
Coming! Throw me my jacket.
Mr. Willie.
Coming!
This is a very...
Yes, sorry about that. Shall we get back to the debate? Oh, silly me.
Sorry, this is a very serious business, Mr. Willie.
Yes, I'm sorry I can't be of more assistance. It's been very quiet here, actually.
Yes, well, a guest nearby said she saw a man kneeling on this balcony looking through the window.
No, must be mistaken.
No, this is the balcony, all right? Suite 648. She said she'd watched this man for a good 10 minutes. He didn't move a muscle. He's knelt outside, staring in.
Good Lord, well, as you can see, there's nobody there now. Let's just forget all about it.
Yes, well, it sounds like a peeping Tom to me. Or even worse, a burglar. Go check it.
The bedroom!
Yes, well, the balcony goes past there too. It can't do any harm to check. Hey! You mustn't tell your intimates about that.
Yes, excuse me. Allow me.
No, it's okay, I'll do it, Mr. Willie.
All right, yes. It's a good idea for the manager to check the bedroom window.
Yes, thank you.
And for the manager to check the bedroom balcony.
Thank you.
After the manager. Thank you. I'll just see who's at the door. Who is it? His name is Willie George. I've got shut up. Now listen, Pigman, I am going to say this once very, very quickly. I discovered something extremely unpleasant in my suite tonight.
But when you say sweet, do you mean pudding?
Shut up! This body now resides in the hotel.
When you say body,
Shut up! We will arrange for this body to be discovered at some other place later tonight by your rude self.
I don't quite
By
understand.
which time I will be in the House of Commons lending my support to the Transport Minister, and the Leader of the Opposition Secretary will be tucked up in bed into the Wisham.
Do you think I could go out and come in again?
George! When the hotel manager comes out of that bedroom, remember, everything I told you never happened. There has been no intruder on the balcony, I've had a very quiet evening, there is no dead body in the coat cupboard.
Thank heavens for small mercy.
Nothing's happened. Have you got that? Look, just agree with everything I say. Don't try and be helpful. Just look intelligent. And nod your head.
Well, there's nothing unusual with that balcony either.
No, I thought not. Oh, by the way, this is my parliamentary private secretary, Mr. Picton. Yes, I'm afraid I've lumbered George with rather a lot of detailed work, so I've asked him to stay overnight in London. Haven't I, George? Yes. So I was wondering if you could accommodate him.
I'll see what I can do, Mr. Willie.
Actually, what would be perfect would be the suite next to this. Either side will do, adjoining balconies. We need to be close. Don't we, George?
I'll see what I'm having, Mr. Picton. And I'll put our security on that intruder, Mr. Willie.
Oh, I wouldn't bother. There's been no damage and not good publicity for the hotel, that kind of thing.
Yes, nevertheless, actually, you're right. It's not good publicity, is it?
Definitely not.
Perhaps it's a case of least said, soonest mended.
I'd like to borrow that phrase, if I may.
Thank you. Mr. Willie!
Well done, George. Every nod was a gem.
What on earth's going on?
You're going to have a free overnight stay at a 4-star hotel.
I never stay out without telling Mother.
Well, give me my card. She'll be thrilled for you.
She's already in bed. Besides, there's Nurse Foster.
Nurse Foster.
She looks after Mother while I'm at work. And she goes off at 9:30.
Well, phone the nurse and tell her she'll be doing some overtime.
Never take advantage of her like that, Mr. Willie. Anyway, Mother worries herself to death if I change my plans at the last minute.
George, your mother has been worrying herself to death for the past 80 years. The future of the government is at stake here.
But why?
Quickly, out you come, Miss Worthington.
Miss Worthington!
Have you got my dress? Mr. Pigden.
Miss Worthington?
Now, can you see the problem?
Good evening, Mr. Pigden.
Good evening, Miss Worthington. Hello, Worthington. Mr. Willie, how could you?
I haven't yet, George, but that's the reason. First of all, we've got to get Miss Worthington's dress back.
Where is it, for heaven's sake?
And I gave it to the waiter.
Ask a silly question.
Did you tell the hotel manager just now?
So never mind, George is stepping into the breach.
Not until he knows all the facts.
Did you tell Mr. Pigden about the dead body?
Oh, yes.
You mean there is a dead body? You said there wasn't.
No, I didn't. I said to tell the manager there wasn't.
Can't follow it.
All the manager knows is that there was an intruder.
Intruder?
It's what the manager doesn't know is that the intruder was a dead body.
Intruder was a dead body.
He was stuck in our window.
The manager or the intruder?
The intruder!
With his neck broken.
Oh, I see. Neck broken!
Yes, thank you, Miss Worthington. Will you kindly wait in the bedroom while I retrieve your dress?
But how do I know when it's safe to come out?
I'll shout.
I'm very sorry you got involved in all this.
Oh, that's all right, Miss Worthington.
I'm not involved in it. George, I need your help like I've never needed it before.
Wait a minute. When I arrived, you said the body was in that cupboard.
It is. Yes, hello, I'm the gentleman who's been providing suite 648 with room service. Yes, you went off with a dress just now. I gave you a dress, stupid man. I want it back. I want my dress back. Suite 648 and hurry up, you stupid old bat. Next time there's a debate on euthanasia, I'm voting in favour.
Could I return to the body in the cupboard?
I knew you'd come to my aid, George.
Oh, no. First of all, I just want to know how it got from outside the window there to inside the cupboard there.
I think we're sit down, George.
No, Mr. Willie. You didn't.
George, I had no alternative.
You didn't move a dead body.
I had to think quickly. He's only a burglar, for God's sake.
You haven't informed the police or anybody.
No. That's why I need your help, George.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Willie.
George, I'm supposed to be attending an all-night sitting of the House of Commons. It would all come out if Miss Worthington were locked.
Mr. Willie, you have tampered with material evidence.
Yes, and my wife will tamper with something else when she finds out about it. George, you're not married. You have no idea how terrifying an angry wife can be.
If I was married, Mr. Willie, I would be faithful to my wife.
That's because you're a far better person than I am, George. Now, all we need to do...
No we about it.
Okay, all you need to do...
I don't have to do anything.
As soon as the manager finds your room, we transfer the body.
We do what?
We transfer the body to your suite. We'll arrange him on your window ledge, and then, when I'm safely back in the House of Commons, and Miss Worthington's in Lewisham, you will open the curtains, discover the poor unfortunate chap, and report it immediately to the hotel manager.
Just like that?
Yes. Move the body to my suite. Lay him out on my window ledge. And you are Miss Worthington. And poor George Picton. If you won't do it for me, think of Miss Worthington. The poor girl's career would be ruined. She's the Labour leader's secretary, for God's sake. I've told you 100 times where your libido would lead you. You'd also be doing it for David. He'd have to ask me to resign. That'll be 3 in the last 12 months. George! The government would never win the next election. It's in the cupboard, is it? Hanging on a hook. You get a shock, George. That's very good quality carpet you have there. Mr. Picton's in the loo. I've told the manager you're in the loo.
Yes, well, I've managed to get him suite 650.
The manager says it's suite 650.
It's right opposite.
The manager says it's right opposite.
Okay, you don't have to shout so loud.
You've done. This is Mrs. Pigton.
Mrs. Picton?
Yes, didn't I tell you? Yes, his wife's agreed to stay up with him tonight, haven't you, Mrs. Pigton?
Have I?
Oh, yes, the manager's fixed it. Suite 650 right opposite. That was so kind.
Yes, but I think Mr. Picton was staying up to assist you with your work.
Well, yes, he is. But who am I to deny him a little pleasure with his business? And blame him. An electoral wife, suite at the Westminster, paid for by the government. George telephoned her and she was round here like a shot, dropped everything.
Yes.
You're probably wondering why Mrs. Pigton is wearing... Yes. She was in the shower. Mr. Pigton's in the loo, all nice and intimate. There you have it. That just about sums it up, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yes, that's just about the size of it. Who is it?
Excuse me, senor. Make up the bed.
No. We'll do it. I will do it.
Oh, sí. Oh, sí.
We're busy.
No, cabe.
Go, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Maria.
Bye-bye. Woo. Chicky, chicky.
And thank you so much.
Yes, well, the key to suite 650 sent up and you can move in immediately.
Splendid.
Or when you've completed your ablutions, that is. And then we'll either you or Mr. Picton be good enough to come down to reception and check in right away.
No problem.
And I thought you were in a hurry to get back to the House of Commons, Mr. William.
Oh, yes, I am. I'm just waiting for the loo.
Mr. Willie, what have you
I
done?
thought I did very well, actually. George! Ah! Oh, that was terrible. Who is it?
Room service.
Oh, great, your dress. What the hell is that?
You asked for my address.
Mr. Willie wanted a dress.
It's black with flowers on.
it sounds nice.
Yes, you took it.
Oh, a dress. You know, I wonder how I came by that. You're right, I have to the old that.
Well, you've got to get it, please.
No, it's still at all. The manager said there was someone here checking in the suite 650.
Yes, that's right, Mr. and Mrs. Pigton.
Mr. and Mrs. Pigton.
Yes, Mr. Pigton there, Mrs. Pigton here.
Darling.
One key. Ah, thank you. There you are, George.
You have any bags, Mr. Picton? Not yet. No.
No bags, no cases, nothing like that. They're on their honeymoon. Oh my God. Yes. Married this morning in Lewisham. Yes, well, the hotel's my wedding present, George.
Oh, you would be.
Well, when I say the hotel's my wedding present, I'm in suite, of course. Nice way to spend a honeymoon.
You
sure you wouldn't bother fetching your wife's dress? Yes, yes, we'd like it quickly. All of you have tucked this up. We don't want it. Thank you. For what you paid for. Just take it away. Right? I'll sell it to one of the other guests. Mr. Winnie, I wish to register my strong objection to all of this. Right, George is registered. Jane, wait in the bedroom as soon as your dress arrives. Go.
I'm so sorry about tonight, Mr.
He's having a ball! Okay, George, get yourself into Suite 650. Just a minute. I've got to call Ghostbuster. It's a time I'm going to be late. Well, hurry up, for heaven's sake. The world doesn't totally revolve around you, Mr. Winnie. Never mind the sermon, George. Just be quick about it.
Well, good evening. Is that Miss Foster? It's Mr. Pigden here. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Yes, I'm keeping very fit.
She doesn't need a medical report, George.
How's Mother been today? Oh dear. Oh dear. Mother's been a wee bit restless.
We're all restless, George. Just tell the nurse you're going to be late.
I was wondering if I could ask a small favour. Oh, thank you. She said nothing's too much trouble for me.
Oh, good.
I may be a little late tonight. Something's cropped up. Oh, that's very good of you, Miss Foster. Oh, no, if Mother wants to call me, she'll have to ring me on 0207 555 8.
George!
I always like Mother to know where I am in case of emergencies. I'll either be in room 648 or 650. They're reading news at the British Museum. Thank you so much.
Right, George, get yourself into Suite 650 there, open the window, and then come back here via the balcony.
I suffer from vertigo, you know.
Good! That'll take your mind off the corpse you'll be carrying.
Mr. Willie!
Do that, Miss Worthington!
Just realised I've nowhere to go.
Talking about as soon as you've got a dress, go home.
I can't. I told my husband I'm visiting Auntie Rosie and Felix.
Well, then go to Auntie Rosie in Felixstowe.
She don't think if I turned up in the early hours of the morning.
Well, then bed down in Pigden, Suite 650.
I heard that, Mr. Willie.
Come on, George, don't hang about.
I'm having second thoughts about the whole thing. I can't find Mr. Pigden or Mrs. Do you know there, Mr. Pigden?
Coming in.
I've just been in Suite 650 looking for you, Mrs. Pigden.
Yes, I just came over to admire the view.
Waiting here, isn't it? Come on, darling, I'll take you back.
Excuse me.
Bye-bye. And when you or Mrs. Peter, please come down to reception and check in immediately. Of course.
Crazy how we run this.
You're missing your debate, Mr. Willie.
Well, yes, I'm still waiting for the loo. George! George!
Come in. Hello? Room service. Hello? Hello? Yes, this is section 1. So the about the reading room of the British Museum.
That's why the number here is 0207 758 but it's the Westminster Hotel. I wouldn't know if I worked in the British Museum. George Pigden. Oh yes, I know Mr. Pigden. Message from whom? That's Foster. What's the message that's Foster? Mr. Pigden's mother is a bit worried about the night and wants to talk to him. Oh, you something. There's no cause of worry, no. That son's honeymoon is going like a bomb.
Come on! Right. Jane, you stand out there while George and I get the cause of all our problems into Suite 650.
I hope my mother doesn't start worrying about me.
Oh, you forget about your mother for 5 minutes, George. Come on! Mrs. Pigden. A little more practice, George, and we'll be ready for the Conservative Conference Cabaret. Quite right. George, you and your brother take a rest. Oh, my God. Is Fred worn out, George? Dead beat. Well, Fred's not got your stamina, George. Fred was the best man at George's wedding this morning. I think he's had a few too many. Pull yourself together, Fred. Yes, he'll be all right, Fred. So, what's your problem, eh?
Oh, I've got your dress.
Ah, brilliant! Now, if you could be of any further assistance tonight, I won't hesitate to ring through and ask for you personally. What's your name, by the way?
Cromwell.
Cromwell? What's your first name? Oliver.
Oh, it's Harold.
Yeah, well, you buy yourself a little something, Harold.
Thank you.
Yes, open up a small guest house somewhere.
Oh, my God.
Put this on, and then go down to reception and check it is Mr. or Mrs. Pigden before the manager blows his top. George, stick my sunglasses on him, you'll look better. Once you've got down to reception, go home to Lewisham as fast as you can.
Hello, Mr. Willie speaking.
Nurse Foster.
Miss Foster.
No, you can't speak to Mr. Pigden.
Is mother all right?
Mr. Pigden's got his hands full at the moment. I'm the curator of the British Museum. I'm the curator of the British Museum, and I'm staying at the Westminster Hotel. Oh. Ah. I see.
What's she saying?
I'll get Mr. Pigden to bring you back.
What's happened?
That was Nurse Foster. Your mother's upset about you being late home tonight.
Oh, is that all?
Not quite. She's even more upset that you got married today without telling her.
Married!
Did she hear about that?
You poor mother!
Oh, you forget about your mother for 5 minutes. Let's worry about the body of Miss Worthington. I'm afraid it's not an excuse me. You have done on him normally. It's been one hell of a day. Just rehearsing for the Conservative Conference Cabaret. Mrs. Pigden is just going downstairs to check in. Sorry about the delay.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Pigden, I must... Who on earth is that?
That's George's brother, Fred.
Your brother. Is it that Fred's not staying? Is your brother all right, Mr. Pigden?
Yes, he's fine. Aren't you, Fred? Fine.
I suppose we can try and find him a room here, Mr. Pigden. Oh, no, Fred's got to get home. He's got a hell of a journey. He doesn't look too good. No, he always looks a bit flushed, don't you, Fred? Are you sure you feel up to it, Mr. Pigden? Are you sure you feel up to it, Mr. Pigden? It would be no trouble to find you a room. Are you in a fit condition to get home? Just hope he's not driving, that's all.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he won't be driving. Keep death off the road.
Yes, well, good evening then, Mr. Pigden.
Well done, George, you were brilliant.
Oh, I feel sick.
Right, let's get him next door.
Next door? It's no use getting him next door now.
Why not?
I'll tell you why not. Because the manager just spent the last 5 minutes talking to him and he thinks he's my brother Fred.
George, you're right.
Why did I listen to you?
Okay, we've got to think clearly. You can forget the royal we now. George, you're in this as much as I am. Who's the one doing the ventriloquist act with the dead body just now?
Yes.
And Holland's gone along with all of this stuff about Mrs. Pigden and the honeymoon.
Yes.
And tipsy brother Fred.
I'll tell you one thing.
I'm voting Labour next time. Now, the problem is, the manager has seen your brother Fred wearing a raincoat, trousers, black shoes, etc., and sporting sunglasses.
That's right.
Well, if he wasn't wearing a raincoat, trousers, black shoes, etc., and sporting sunglasses, but wearing something entirely different, I don't think he'd be recognised as your brother Fred.
Mr. Willie, we can't strip a dead body.
This is no time to be squeamish, George. Get him back into the cupboard for a moment. What are you doing? Phoning Oliver Cromwell. Who? Harold or whatever his name is. Oh, hello, is that my old friend Harold? Yes, it's Mr. Willie here. Yes, that's right, the rich gentleman in Suite 648. Yes, now, Harold, a little favour. Yes, there's plenty more where the other came from. Yes, now, I'd like... Do you by any chance have a change of clothes in the hotel? Jacket, trousers, shoes, that sort of thing? Excellent! Bring them to Suite 648 right away. We're collecting rocks down. Who is it?
Hey, Jane, quick, open the door!
Why haven't you got home yet?
Because I saw Ronnie at reception.
Ronnie? Who's Ronnie?
My husband!
Husband! Ronnie's in Lewisham.
Ronnie's at reception!
What? It can't be!
He is. Got the shock of my life. Thank heaven he didn't see me.
What the hell's he doing at the Westminster Hotel?
I don't know.
I knew something like this.
Don't shut up! Get off your knees, it's no good doing your brother praying. I think that's all the Hello, Richard Willie speaking. Not again, Nurse Foster! Nurse Foster! You will look after him. Miss Foster, you really must stop pestering Mr. Pigden. Mr. Pigden's mother is always having hysterics!
What's happened?
Nothing! What? It is no concern of yours or Mrs. Pigden's who George was married to today.
Oh my God.
Mr. Pigden will be home as soon as he's completed his marital duties.
My mother's probably having a heart attack.
Well, let's hope that keeps Nurse Foster off the phone for 5 minutes. Now stop moaning and hang Fred on his hook.
Come on, Fred.
What about Ronnie?
Don't let's peck. There's obviously a perfectly simple explanation for Ronnie's unexpected arrival. Who is he?
Open the door.
It's Ronnie.
Oh, is that Ronnie?
Oh, sorry.
If you don't open this door, I'll kick it in.
No, come in! Mr. Worthington, it's just 650.
It's the best idea then tonight.
He's got a terrible temper.
Has he?
Mr. Willie can handle it. Come on.
Come in! Get a bloody window!
Hey!
Oh, I thought you were the waiter.
I'm Ronnie Worthington.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you, Ronnie. I'm Richard Willie.
Yeah, bloody know who you are.
Yes, well, that's what you're driving the television cameras of the House of Commons. You're not one of my constituents, are you?
No, bloody not.
Oh, I thought that's perhaps why you wanted to see me.
I'm Jane's husband.
Jane?
Jane Worthington.
Jane Worthington?
She's one of the secretaries over there.
No, I can't say I remember her.
Oh, look, you can stop all this. Where is she?
Where's who?
My wife!
Oh!
Miss Worthington.
Miss Worthington is your wife, Mrs. Inns.
Where is she?
Where's who?
My wife!
Oh, no, now what would a female secretary be doing in the hotel suite of a junior government minister?
That's no good, Mr. Willie. I've had her followed.
Follow.
Little tete-a-tetes. Corner shop cafes. Cups of tea!
Oh, that Miss Worthington, of course! Jane! One of the secretaries over there! Dear Jane.
I know what you've been up to.
Shorthand dictation.
Joe, come off it. You're in Conservative and she's in Labour.
No, she's in Labour. I know.
So when she started giving me all this rubbish about Auntie Rosie in Felix,
Now, if you're suggesting what I think you're suggesting...
I'm suggesting that to get to Felix, though, you don't have to make a change at the Westminster Hotel! No, there'll be no bloody bed for me tonight! Good job!
No, my dear young man!
Don't you dear young man me! When you were checking in, Mr. Baker was standing right beside you.
Mr. Baker?
My private detective.
Private detective.
Right. And as you checked in, Mr. Baker and covered up the fire escape. Got in window 648 and was preparing to catch you at it. My good chum.
While I was booking in, your private detective climbed up that fire escape
That's right.
and opened that window.
Oh, you hit it right on the end.
Oh dear.
Yeah, well, I've been waiting for over 45 minutes, so I guess you must have seen plenty by
You
now.
don't even know your wife's in the hotel.
Yes, I do. I was standing opposite and I saw her slip through after you checked in.
Yes, possibly you did.
Definitely I did.
But she's not with me, I assure you. She's with George Pigden. George Pigden. I've been trying to protect him. He's my private secretary. Biggest ram in Westminster.
Don't you give me that! You're the one she's been having all those private meetings with.
Yes, to try and talk her out of this infatuation for Mr. Pigden. But it was to no avail. Mr. Pigden is a very experienced womanizer. He's been through the female members over there faster than crack through a kingdom. Look, what do you take me for? A very intelligent man, Ronnie. Now you go downstairs and check if a Mr. and Mrs. Pigden are booked in. If you're having me on, Ronnie, I am as distressed as you are. Oh, Ronnie! What? I think I'm even more distressed than you are.
George Pigden, is
Correct. You know I'm terribly sorry this is going on behind your back.
You're lying to me.
Ronnie, I'm a member of Parliament.
Don't you forget, there's still Jack Baker.
Oh, I haven't forgotten Jack Baker.
He'll have kept his eyes open.
He won't be able to say a word against me,
Oh,
I assure you. Yes, sir. Pleasure will be all mine, oh God. George! Get back over here right away. Ronnie's gone down to reception, but he'll be back. Look, you can't stay in 650, that's where he's going back to! George, suffice to say that if Ronnie meets you, we'll have 2 dead bodies on our hands. Who is it?
Your bespoke tailor of the
Ah, brilliant.
I got married in this suit, you know.
Yes, now, Harold, our situation has deteriorated somehow. Yes, I need a wheelchair.
A wheelchair?
Yes, we're in with it.
Has someone been taken ill?
Several of us, but only one of us requires the wheelchair.
Don't know these sweet set doors to them.
What's happened? 21.
Never mind, look, I'm dealing with Harold.
You're going to spend all your honeymoon to and from on that balcony?
Never mind them, Harold fits me up with a wheelchair.
Maybe the hotel keeps one or two times of emergency.
Time's up, Harold.
£10 was the price.
You cleaned me out.
That's all right then.
Oh, well, thank you, Harold.
Yes. I accept all major credit cards. What's
Just
going
wait,
on?
wait,
Don't
wait,
be careful.
God, this is worse than question time. Right, now, do you want the bad news or the worst news? Is there any good news? No.
For heaven's sake, give us the bad
The
news.
bad news is your husband had us followed here by a private detective.
And there's worse news than that.
Yes, he's the man hanging in the cupboard.
How could Ronnie behave in such a deceitful way?
How indeed? Well, it's to me. I don't see where the wheelchair fits in. George is a private detective. We can't have him discovered in either of our suites now, can we? We'll put him in the wheelchair and put a blanket around his legs.
And then what?
You push him to Clapham Common, George.
Clapham Common?
But it's on the way home. Like I keep saying, the poor man's dead. It won't make any difference to him where he's discovered. You can push him there in under the hour. Just dump him in the bushes.
Dump him in the bushes!
But what about Ronnie?
Yes, that's another good reason for George to emigrate to Clapham Common. I may have told Ronnie a teeny white lie.
What?
But you were about to seduce his wife.
What?
But he didn't believe me, so he's downstairs checking if a Mr. and Mrs. Pigden are booked in.
But we have.
That's right. Mr. Willing, do you know what you are? Well, if I go on like this, I could end up as leader of the party. Who is it?
Ronnie Worthington.
Oh my God, coming! Quickly, in the cupboard. Do we have to? You can either come face to face with the body or face to face with Ronnie.
Hey!
The body! And while you're in there, stick him in Cromwell's waiting suit. Is that really necessary? Yes, it will delay identification. Now hurry up! Can't you teach them out here a thing or two? There's no need to get impatient, Ronnie.
You were right. Mr. and Mrs. Pigden, suite 650. They're opposite!
Opposite! Oh, that's too much!
I knocked on the door, but there was no reply.
Wasn't there?
No.
So quick, I'm doing it! What the hell?
They're not in there, though.
Aren't they?
No.
yourself together, Ronnie.
It's all my fault!
What is?
That's why she's gone up with his bloke Peterson.
What?
He's better at it than I am.
No. I'm sure you're very good at it.
No, that's the problem.
What is?
I don't get it better, Mr. Willie!
I'm sure you're adequate.
No, I just can't keep it going.
No. You'll only make it harder. I was just explaining.
I'd rather not know what you're explaining. Yes, so I heard.
I'll sort it out.
Well, perhaps you could also sort out Mr. Pigman.
Pigman's all right, Ronnie.
No, it's not all right. That door has been kicked in and the furniture's been thrown all over the place.
Mr. Pigman will pay for any damage.
Just that case of Pigman's. I can't have this sort of thing going on at Westminster Hotel.
I understand.
Now, I'm all for couples consummating their honeymoon.
What yourself, Ronnie?
And even Mr. Lawrence's people are anywhere to be seen.
Well, why don't you pop down to the restaurant? Maybe they're there.
Here we are. What are you doing here, Cromwell?
Up in court.
And who's that?
Who's this for, Mr. Willie?
My young friend here.
You're new around here, aren't you?
Look, you can go.
Oh, right.
Get out! I don't know who you are, young man, or what you're doing in Mr. Willie's suite this time. But I must ask you to vacate the Westminster Hotel as soon as you've got yourself together. Now, in future, Mr. Willie, I think it would be wiser if you were accompanied on these overnight stays by your wife.
Yes.
Oh, bloody hell, I feel lousy.
Go home, you'll feel better.
I'm not going anywhere until I found this bloke Peterson.
Well, like I said, they're probably downstairs in the restaurant.
Right. When I find him, first thing that I'm going to do is kick him straight in the buttocks!
Did you hear any of that? Yes. It was the last bit that brought tears to my eyes.
Wasn't Ronnie magnificent?
Magnificent.
Declared his love for me. I've never heard him talk like that
Oh,
before.
for God's sake.
And now he's had the guts to bring his little deficiencies out in the open.
Jane, discuss it with your family doctor next week. Did you change his clothes?
Yes, but it wasn't easy.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Well, it was dark in there.
Take him in there. Well, I suppose we should be grateful it's not November the 5th. Right. Now you get down the fire escape and go home to Lewisham as fast as you can.
What am I going to say to Ronnie when he gets home?
Tenant Pigman dragged you here by force. Thank you.
Don't think I can face Ronnie just yet.
Well, then go to the Commons.
I can't sleep there.
Why not? Everyone else does. Okay, George. This is it. Clapham Common. Walk is with brother Fred. I'll go to the left. Give me 30 seconds and get a blanket from the bedroom. Very well. And George, if you ever get married and find yourself in a mess, you can count on me.
After Ronnie's finished with me, I think marriage will be out of the question.
I've got it.